So your question is there higher entity called God?
Yes.
Okay. Is there something called intelligence?
Yes.
Is there intelligence a property of matter?
Yes.
Intelligence is not a property of matter. Intelligence organizes matter. So
Okay.
there's a difference you have to understand. Okay. The consciousness is able to organize the matter. For example, this is a fruit, apple, right? Apple by itself is unconscious. It cannot organize itself. If I keep it here, it will be there. But a conscious being will take it at some other place. The consciousness or intelligence is required to organize the matter. Are we clear? So the consciousness or the intelligence is very different from the matter in that sense. The matter is the object, consciousness is the subject. Intelligence is the subject. Is that distinction clear?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll ask you the question. Are you conscious or you have consciousness? Did you
I
understand?
am the consciousness. I am the consciousness.
So you cannot say I have consciousness because then it becomes a property.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am the consciousness is the reality. So you cannot separate out yourself from the consciousness.
Okay.
So is your brother conscious? Am I
Yeah,
conscious?
he is. Yeah, you are conscious.
So is the donkey conscious?
Yeah.
Is there something called consciousness is universal to all living beings?
Yeah, everything has conscious.
So it's a consciousness is a universal property, initial entity. Is that clear?
Yeah.
It's not a property of any specific individual. And the consciousness is required for organizing matter activities. Is that also clear? Dead body cannot walk, no?
Yeah.
It is consciousness in the dead body makes it walk, no? Correct?
But it has a small amount of consciousness, right? Like it has to maintain its shape. Like when you punch it, it moves. So it has some kind of consciousness, right?
No, that is actually a rudimentary. Okay, now, are you a human being?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So tell me why you are a human being.
I have this form which is of a human being.
I have this form. That means you are not the form. I have this form. I have this apple. That means I am not the apple. So you are not a human being because you say I have the form. That's why you are not a human being. When you say I have something, that's not you, no. I have apple means I am different from apple, no.
Yeah.
So that means you are trying to say that you are not a human being.
Yeah.
So then what are you? See, you're very logically you're contradicting yourself. I have this form means you are not a human being.
Okay.
So if you say I am this form, then you are a human being. So you want to say I am this form or I have this form? Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. What is it?
I am this form.
So
I am this form.
You are this form. Okay, then you are saying you are the body, correct?
Yeah.
So then, what is the difference between a dead body and a living body? So dead body is also that person only, no? Then moment somebody dies, you have to do puja for the dead body because that person is there only. So what people say in English, that person passed away. Body is here, but he is passed away. That means he is different from the body. So do you want to still say I am the form or I have the form?
I have the form.
So that means you are not the body. You are not a human being then. So what are you then? The form
Something
is
else.
there. Form is there, the body. Being is you. Being. This is the consciousness. Right? Whenever you say I am, you are referring to the being. Okay? Padmarajan also say, your brother also say I am. I also say I am. When everybody says I am, that means we are referring to the being. But we forget the being and we start thinking the form. Right? Is that being universal? Being is there in you, being is there in me. Being is universal. Body is different. Body of me is different. Body of him is different, right?
Yes.
Being is universal. That universal being is called God. Now, you have any questions? Do you have proof of God? Talk. I'm not able to hear.
Like, so everyone is God. Like, is everyone God? Like, if the be, okay, I am God. Like,
You are the proof of God. Now, you cannot ask the proof of God to somebody else. Because consciousness operating through you is the proof of God. The consciousness is God. And consciousness is not individual to you. It's universal. You cannot say consciousness is my property. So the definition of God is universal, not individual. Consciousness is not your property. Okay. And consciousness makes the matter function. So, and consciousness brings the intelligence aspect of the intelligence aspect. So the universal intelligence, universal consciousness is God. And what is the proof? You are the proof. Now disprove it now. So that's why Vedanta teaches us, Tattvamasi, you are that. You are that consciousness which is universal, Brahman, God. Now you cannot keep on asking, where is God? You cannot ask for a proof of God. You are the proof of God. Right? There is something individual, something universal, right? For example, I like apple, you may not like apple, that's individual. But consciousness is uniform, it's universal. Even the ant has it. That individual taste may vary because of the body, the human part. Right? Human being has two parts, human and being, right? The human being may have a different taste. I like this, I don't like this. But being is same for all, the consciousness, which enables this human part. So not what are you? Are you a human or a being? Are human being?
being.
So you are a being. Okay? You use the human part. So why do you call a human being now? Why should you call yourself as human being? It's wrong. You should say, I am being. So that's called I am Atma. And Atma is God. Atma is Paramatma. This is the teaching of Vedanta. Paramatma means universal. So your question about God is answered?
Yeah.
Okay. So next question.
Another question was like, it's continuing